Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly Tarot reading for August the 3rd through to the 9th, 2015. My name is Tilly, and welcome to Tarot with Tilly. And thank you so much for all the support you give me each and every day. Let's get right to the cards. We start with the Five of Pentacles. So this is the doorway to wealth, fortune, security. Could be health, good health coming in, well-being. And, you know, there's two figures there. There's one standing straight and proud and true to themselves, and the other person is wrapped up in sorrow, negativity, can't go forward another step. Now, they've got their back right to that door. So I think that this week, and especially we have the Hermit underneath it. So this is really you tapping into the inner spiritual you. This is you tapping into your great wisdom from the many lessons that you've been through in order to get to this point in time. This is a time for you to believe in your own strength, in your courage, in your knowledge. So with this being your first card, I could see how you could launch yourself into directions that is going to bring true happiness, security, money, finances. But only if you don't deny who you truly are. So you allow self-doubt to come in. You start to worry. I mean, here's the worrier, right? Sitting there at the steps, worrying about things that may not happen. Or, you know, the back is very straight there, so you might be too rigid in your approach and not open to new ideas, new perceptions, new ways of doing things, new opportunities landing on your doorstep. So this week holds great promise for you to walk through that door. But I think you have to have a certain perception about the week. You can't let negativity in. You can't be worrying about the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff this week. Believe in yourself. Don't be too rigid in your attempts forward. Now we have the Four of Swords, the Devil, and the Ace of Swords. So, I mean, the Devil is the phoenix rising out of the ashes, isn't it? Your strength, your empowerment coming through. All those problems, all those worries, all those concerns being burnt up, consumed by the fire. And you emerging strong and proud and true. Tapping into your wisdom. Now, on the one side of it, it talks about rest, taking it slow. This is typically the card of the warrior or the soldier that comes in from battle, and they've taken off their armor, they've hung their weapons up, and they lay down and they give thanks. But it's a rest, it's a recuperation, it's getting ready for the next leg of the journey, the next battle that is bound to come sooner or later. And hopefully later, right? And I think it's later, really, by these cards. So it's to empower you, it's to strengthen you, it's to charge your batteries. So, I mean, this isn't a person that's laying down and then worrying about everything that might go wrong, could go wrong, might happen. This is someone who's very grateful and in the now for where they are, and they're healing, and they're getting ready to go forward. We have the Ace of Swords on the other side. So this is action going forward. This is you grabbing onto those aha moments. This is you not afraid to cut things out of your life in order to go forward. And I see that crown on top of the sword. So becoming the king, becoming the emperor, becoming the queen of your kingdom, your world, your path forward. So this is definitely a week where I think you are going to have, you know, you could even be doing the actions this week with these cards. Not just thinking about where you want to go. I think most of it is thinking about where you want to go, because we have the Four of Swords there. We have the Hermit, which is more of an intro spectral card. But with this card, there might be a small action. Or at least you need to allow your thoughts to play out in a way that you do have action going forward. That you are walking into success. That you are walking into beauty, into happiness, into security. To see it in your mind and before it becomes a reality, to play it out. So don't allow negative to play out this week in your mind, okay? Because I think that is really what might come of it. This is a week to stay positive. This is a week to stay grounded. This is a week to realize your wisdom, your strength, your courage, your beauty, and that you will succeed, that you will manifest what you want in your life. And this is the first stepping stones of it. Do you walk through that door? Are you brave enough? Are you courageous enough? Do you believe in yourself enough? We have the Empress and the Page of Swords here off to the side. Now, the Page of Swords is one I always warn you about her energy, because she just wants to get things going. So, I mean, the Page is a very young energy, and sometimes we just want things to move forward, and so that we knee-jerk a reaction. And it's not always the best reaction. We learn that when we're young. We learn to take our time to think things through, to be more mature in our decisions. So, but I think you need to stand up and show people what you're made of, what you bring to the table, what an asset you are. So I would caution you on just knee-jerking something just for a reaction of some sort, just to get the ball moving. Because that might not be the best energy. She usually isn't. She's usually a warning, in my eyes, more than she is the energy that you should attach yourself to. But look at her. She's thinking. She's conniving. She's like, I'm just going to do something to see what happens. And that might not be the way to do it, because it's with the Empress. And she's a powerful woman. She's one of birth, rebirth. She has a little bit of magic in her. She has a lot of love. But the thing I love most about the Empress is she stands above all the queens and kings. She's in charge of all the kingdoms, with her emperor, of course. So she holds court. She listens to other people's opinions. She doesn't push them aside. She gives them a say in what they need, what they think is vital in order to go forward, what needs to go. But at the end of the day, she makes the decision. And it's wise, and it's true. And she's doing it for the betterment of everybody involved, not just herself. She wouldn't be an empress very long if she did it just for her own wants and needs and desires. So she's including everybody into her dreams, how they'll benefit, how they'll grow. But she definitely doesn't knee-jerk ever. So you may feel like you want to do that. It might be the energy around you to just push forward. And let's see where the chips land at the end of the day. And that's not the energy to attach yourself to this week. It's thinking it through. It's listening to everybody's wisdom, but then leaning on your wisdom at the end of the day. Your knowledge, your success. Definitely try and keep negativity out of it. I see the sad person, and they're not going to see that doorway. They're not going to see the enrichment that can be in their life. So keep it positive, keep it strong. I mean, meditate this week, pray this week. I mean, we had the Four of Swords here, so definitely pray, meditate, talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe. Play things out in your mind of how you want them to come together, how you want it to manifest in your life. Dream it before you walk into the reality of the moment. And I think you are heading in a beautiful and wonderful direction going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.